So I'm just lying here on my bed in the dark, quietly listening to some jazz music that's still playing on my phone and trying to rinse out some stuff in my sink. I've been washing some socks and stuff in my sink all day, but the water has been oily, thick, slimy, and greasy. And so I've had to pull my items out and try to let the oil or grease flush itself out from the pipe system. But as I've been lying here on my bed over the last few minutes, the violent psycho thug directly below 76 has suddenly started making repeated violent slamming and banging noises directly underneath my bed while I've been lying on that bed right now. I am not even doing anything. I'm just lying here listening to smooth jazz, and that psycho piece of asswipe ghetto filth that can't leave me alone suddenly started repeatedly slamming something directly against the floor underneath my bed, which is their ceiling. That is how mentally disturbed and compulsively violent this piece of shit is. This is the same piece of ghetto trash that has come up to my door on at least 10 occasions over the last few years and started screaming things at me through the door and slamming things against it about what he could hear me doing or saying in the privacy of this unit. So here we go, fifth voicemail to the Greenville group. Because the psycho scum, asswipe, ghetto filth that they house in large numbers in this building can't leave other people alone, these rejects just cannot stay in their lane because they're rejects. That's why they're rejects, right? Nobody wants to have anything to do with them.
Our office hours are from 9 to 5, Monday through Friday. Our office is currently closed. If this is an emergency, please press 1. Otherwise, press 2 to leave a voicemail for the front office.
Just lying here on my bed.
Leave a detailed message with your name and number so we may get back to you when we return.
Hi there. It's right around 8:55 p.m. now on Sunday. Today is September 9th, 2024. This is the fifth voicemail I've had to leave for the Greenville group in the last, I'd say, 38 hours since approximately 1:30 p.m. on Saturday, September 8th. Due to constant interference, aggressive behavior, and stalking and surveillance-based harassment from Jasmine Arizari and the violent psycho scum directly below me in 76. Right now, I'm calling to report that the violent psycho scum career thug, who you've been housing in Unit 76 now for 2.5 years, has once again started violently slamming some type of a rod or a stick against his ceiling, which is the floor below my bed, while I've been lying on my bed in the dark, quietly, not moving, and listening to some quiet jazz on my phone. This piece of shit can't keep to himself. He's compulsively violent. He follows me up and down the rear stairwells. He has come up from the rear stairwell and intercepted me at my door several months ago, violently shoved me when I was trying to get past him to get back into my unit. And over the last few minutes, he has, again, repeatedly slammed something against the floor beneath my bed while I've been lying here doing absolutely nothing other than lying on my bed in the dark, listening to smooth jazz. This piece of shit needs to learn to stay in his lane, but he can't because he's a rejected asswipe. And you guys are refusing to address his behavioral problems, his compulsive violence, and his constant stalking and intrusive behavior. I am recording this voicemail for legal purposes because this is a serious issue. And if he continues to behave in a violent, aggressive manner by slamming things against his ceiling, indicating that he's completely insane, which is the floor below my bed, then I will be calling the police. And this will be like the 10th time in the last 2 years I've had to call the police on the psycho scum, asswipe, career thug, who is sponsored by BLM, as you know, and who you continue to choose to house directly below me in Unit 76. I am not doing anything other than lying on my bed, and this piece of shit needs to go jump off a cliff because he can't leave me alone. If you have any questions, you know my phone number. I am recording this voicemail for legal purposes. There's absolutely no reason for this piece of shit to repeatedly slam things against the floor below my bed when I'm simply lying on my bed trying to rest at 9 p.m. on a Sunday. And I will call the police if he does this again. This is Greenville's responsibility. Greenville is criminally negligent and houses large numbers of mentally disturbed career asswipes who are apparently sponsored by BLM in all 3 adjacent units to mine, including Jasmine Arizari, who continues to access the vacant premises of Unit 78. And I will be filing court action against the Greenville group tomorrow. If you have any questions, you know my phone number. I am recording this voicemail for legal purposes. Thank you. Yeah, I can't use the bathroom. I can't lie on my bed. These pieces of shit are so mentally disturbed. They're constantly using anything that they can possibly use to aggressively harass me because they're desperate, miserable, jealous, and psychotic, and they have no lives. And they're basically just really, really jealous of people who do. And they're wasting their time. Never in a million years will these rejected asswipe pieces of BLM filth ever have anything to do with me, because they're rejected asswipes who can't stay in their lane and aggressively harass people who they don't know and never will. Who in the world in their right mind would ever want to have anything to do with these rejected pieces of ghetto trash who can't stay in their lane, who hate stalk other people, who call other people ugly white trash, but then if you call them ghetto trash, they get all agitated and worked up? Really? Why don't you go look in the mirror, reject, and see who's the problem? Leave people alone and stay in your lane.